What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. Today we're over here on the Old Daddy account, because the Old Daddy account had enough materials to max out the new monster, which is a thing now. All your monsters can go up to level 180 now, plus, there's the new monsters with the new business down here, the runes. I'm just super close to having the max speed, but for the testing I'm going to do, the speed's not hyper-duper important. Hyper-duper? It's a thing. Benny Hoodles. You might wonder why I regressed my wolf. I got rid of it. And my snake. They're both gone. And the reason is, with the Phoenix out now, if you're a new player and you're looking for the best all-around early game monster, I'm going to have to give that to the Phoenix. For two reasons. Firstly, the Phoenix, like the wolf and the snake, is going to give you damage over time against enemies, but it's also going to give you that huge 80% bonus damage against the burning targets, which is a huge deal. Obviously. So that's one reason. So it covers the damage potential part of the deal, but it also throws in a nice little bit of sustain for your team. It's a flat heal, so it's nowhere near as powerful as the deer. So for PvP purposes, I would say the new deer, I guess the same deer, just slightly higher rank. Even though the healing doesn't go up, it stays at 20% all the way from 120 to 180. You do get more armor and stuff like that out of it, so it's something. But that 20% heal is a big deal. Yeah, it rhymed. Especially when you have the new higher stats. As you've seen over here, buttons. Down in this area, you can now add 3.2 million fixed HP and nearly 100,000 fixed attack to the monster. That's a pretty significant chunk of stats. Plus, you still have these stats here that are already there. So yes, there's a lot of different stats going in there, huge amounts of HP, so the flat heal isn't as powerful as a percent-based heal from the deer. So in PvP, I would say the deer probably still holds an edge, but in terms of any kind of early game progress, I still think the Phoenix will be the #1 build. Why pick a wolf or a snake when you can get the same effects from the Phoenix, but also get a heal on top of it? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So Phoenix is absolutely going to be a good thing there. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to test that a little bit. So, first up, we're going to need to check out our heroes. I really am not going to lie, I debated regressing this dude, just start upgrading my deer to get the deer to 180. Had plenty of gold. I went through like 700 million or something like that. Maybe around abouts. It was pretty hefty chunk of change to upgrade these suckers. It's not cheap at all. But worth. So let's go ahead and make sure everybody's set up for PvE damage, because that's what we're going to test on first. I kind of want to swap Daddy Moog, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave him at crit for today. You're gonna stay crit, Daddy Moog. We're gonna be fighting a wave 3 broken space. I did do one test the day the monster came out. Just like a quick run through to see what happened, and it did keep my survivability high enough that I didn't have to worry about like swapping Valkyrie into my team for wave 3 broken spaces for the attack reduction, which is pretty handy. So you're set up, pretty much ready to go. Penny, are you? No. You are now. You are now, Pennynator. Belrain, that seems legitimate enough. Your gear seems legit. I don't think you're gonna die. You might, but I hope not. Valkyrie, you're not even going in because you suck. You suck one. Sigmund, you're looking hot. You're looking real hot. 3.2 mils, all damage enables. I need to get this guy to E5 because it'd be pretty cool. You're probably fine, to be honest. I don't think you really necessarily need the rune's power. And you probably don't really need reduced damage either, but really, what else could I throw on you? I could max out a energy artifact for you or something. That'd be a bad idea? I don't think it'll make a difference. It wouldn't really make a difference. So whatevs. We'll leave you the way you are. Everybody else, you're looking hot, you're looking good, feeling good. I could go like a straight up damage Moog. Do I have the 6-star gear laying around for that? I don't. I don't have it. I got damage mode on Penny right now. That's all good. 210,000 attack. That is pretty insane. That is kind of ridiculous. So let's jump in. Do we have a damage versus warrior artifact on anybody? Is that a thing? Does anybody have that? Should somebody have that? That's the question. Belrain, do you want a damage versus warrior artifact? Do I have one for you? I've got to have it. Yeah, I do. Nail of Destiny. There's nothing for light that I got. We're going to do it that way. You're going to lose a little bit of HP. Ooh, that might have been a bad idea. That might have been a terrible idea. But at the same time, it might be fun to see what kind of damage Belrain gets into. So anyways, let's jump up in here. Monthly event, Broken Spaces. This is where I like to test all my boss fighting because it's reliable, it's consistent. We're going to fight this part here. As you can see, I've already done a test smacker-do on him. We're going to do another test smacker-do on him right now, and it's going to be beautiful. Are you ready? No, Wolf, you are not ready. Phoenix, you are ready. Everybody in here, no Valkyrie for the attack break, because I'm going to really hope and pray that everyone's good enough to not to die. Belrain's going to be, I think, my squishy unit here, because I put the, the warrior damage artifact on her. Probably not the greatest idea, but who cares? If she dies, we can swap it around. It's not that big of a deal. Let's go. You like that? Dramatic. Let's get in here. Like I said, I did kind of want to keep the wolf for testing purposes. We're going to do like normal and speed this up all the way till round 8, and then we'll slow it down. But I did want to keep the wolf just so I could kind of test and see the difference between the two. But to max out both the wolf and the phoenix was a huge amount of resources. And the thing is, I didn't really need to. Like I said, because they both do the similar job. And like I said, I would give the edge to the phoenix anyways. I mean, 20% holy damage and 20% crit damage does seem a little bit stronger than 10% precision and 20% armor break. Just to me, it does. So here we go. We're getting up there. We're around 6 right now. Sigmund's counterattack's looking beautiful, doing lots of damage, loving it. But yeah, I feel like Phoenix is definitely going to be the new replacement for both the snake and the wolf. Beep, here we go. Moving up. 106 mil at round 8. Not bad, Pennynator, you absolute freak beast. Love ya bunches. Plus, we do have the burn up time from Sigmund over here, which is kind of nice. Ooh, is that 271 million damage? Couldn't be. Couldn't be. You had a stroke, Wrath. That didn't happen. That's not a thing. It's all right. It's probably a thing. But Sigmund's counterattacks are hitting huge. Now, again, this probably has to do with, having the extra stats. That couldn't have been 400 million. Couldn't have been. Had to be 40 million. My brain doesn't work fast enough to see these numbers pop up. So I'm like, I throw out guesses. That was 216 million on a basic attack. Turd hats. It is a thing. You know what I'm saying? It may be more of a thing than we think it is. 57 mils. Looks like 321 million. I would say the damage is definitely up there. And that's hot news. I like the damage to be definitely up there. We've got a Phoenix drop coming in for round 13. Didn't hit Penny with that extra damage, which is going to suck. 100? No crits? Penny, what the scrotes? What the absolute scrotums? Everyone's stayed alive really well this time. 25 mil on that counterattack. Pretty beautiful. There we go. So we got a monster drop for the last round. Penny has an active skill. I hope the monster hits Penny. Hit Penny? It did. Sweet. Penny, now all you gotta do is crit. Crit! You suck balls! Penny, you absolute crap monkey. Why? Why do I put my faith in you? I don't know. I don't understand it. 33 million counterattack from Sigmund. That's pretty... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Yesterday I tested. I hit like 4 billion damage. So I was like, that's going to be pretty cool. Dear Lord, 6 billion damage. That is stupid. Oh my God. That's crazy. Penny dropped 3.3 billion damage, and that's without a crit on her final attack, which would have been huge because she had the Phoenix buff on. I mean, that would have been disgusting. So, good Lord. 139 million coming out of the old Belrain. Not bad. 120 mils from the old 10-star Heartwatcher. What? 40 million damage. Cruise. Insane. Insane in the membrane, okay? Somehow Penny healed herself for more than Belrain healed anybody else. Pretty impressive. But as you can see, Phoenix is absolutely a viable PvE monster. And this is why I didn't really want to go with building the Wolf and the Phoenix, because just basic assumptions can tell you how much damage does that do. Good Lord, we're smoking through this thing. Get some gold back at least. Plus, we can get some monster materials back by slaying those butts later. That'll be hot, right? Right. But like I said, there really wasn't a point in building the Wolf when the Wolf does the same thing the Phoenix does. I mean, it does have a little heftier drop. So 600,000 damage gets 4 enemies with a damage over time of 559. So a little heavier damage over time. You still nab the same 80% extra boost of damage versus the bleeding target, whereas on the Phoenix it's burning target. But you get 20% armor break and 10% precision. These stats don't really change. But when you go over and look at the Phoenix, I mean, yeah, the drop's not quite as powerful. You lose a couple 100,000 on the drop itself. You lose a little bit of damage on, per round, about 200,000 per round. But the thing is, your monster's damage isn't necessarily supposed to be a thing that carries you super hard. I mean, when you can drop a couple 100,000 damage here and there, gain a huge amount of healing, especially for the early game, the heal's going to be great for you, and you still keep that same bonus damage versus burning foes, but you're nabbing 20% holy damage and 20% crit damage. It's obviously going to be a disgusting pairing. So if you're a new player, you're just starting the game, you're looking for which monster to start with, the Phoenix is absolutely the choice you're going to go with. There's no reason to pick any other monster. Like, legit, there's no reason to pick anything but the Phoenix right now. It's fantastic for the early game. All the way up, obviously, to the late game in PvE boss damage, you're going to hit like a freaking truck. Now, when you get to the late game, like PvP and stuff, where you kind of want more survivability, or maybe you want some crowd control to throw in instead of just the raw damage and heals, you may want to go with something like the new Max Dragon. 75% holy damage isn't bad. A pretty hefty damage drop as well. And it still gives you the crit and crit damage for crit-based teams like pennies and things like that, but also the deer as well. The armor and block are survivability passives, plus you gain a huge amount of heal when it drops, 37% armor and 15% attack, so you get pretty tanky, a little bit extra damage out of it. The deer is still probably, I would say, the best for survivability, even with the Phoenix out, but like I said, deer, in my opinion, deer and the dragon would still be a secondary monster build. I would say Phoenix first, because that's going to help you way big. Way big. You like my word vocabulary. It's great. It's going to help you way big in the early game, going through boss fights and stuff like that, trying to get your guild raids out of the way. It's going to be a big deal. And then later down the road, when you're starting to focus maybe a little bit more on PvP, you want to do better in Guild Wars, you'll probably build up one of these two as your secondary monster. There's no reason to build the wolf or snake anymore. It's pretty much a dead monster now that the Phoenix is out. When it comes to this has always been kind of a dead monster. It's really just, no one uses the fox that I see. Someone out there may. I just don't see the merit in it. The griffin isn't terrible, but at the same time, I mean, it's not the best either. It's somewhere in the middle. It's an alright. And these guys here have like their own little special roles. Some petrify chance, not a bad deal. Huge amounts of crit damage, not bad. And then you've got your little freeze monster with the 120% bonus of crit damage against frozen targets. Since freezing isn't a very popular thing, I guess you could say, in the late game, you don't see a lot of freeze units. Now, that may change. Down the road, we might get more units that freeze. This might be much more powerful, because 120% crit damage is a stupid amount of crit damage. That's insane. You will hit stupidly hard with this. So, it's a thing. Not bad. But I would say still, overall, in the early game, this is going to be your number one build. Take the Phoenix, and as you get further into the game, snag out your deer or your dragon for a more PvP-focused approach, and that's probably going to do you pretty good. So, boop, with that done, we've done a little bit. I still can't. 6 billion damage. What the scrotes? That's crazy. That's absolutely ridiculous. But what we can try some Seal Land. Try it. I mean, can we take wave 12 now? Is it possible? I don't know. A dude doesn't know, but a dude's about to find out. Beep. Get on there. Get on there, Phoenix. Are you ready to poop on some people? I hope so, because I need you to do that for me. Now, we do have all raw damage enables on right now, so probably not going to be the greatest showing. We might have to swap things up if we want to beat wave 11. Not a bad first hit, Penny. Not bad at all. So he's going to stay frozen pretty much the whole time. He's going to die, actually. It looks like round 1. Definitely needs a... And Penny didn't crit again. Penny, why do I even have you on my team? You're full up on crit, and you're like, oh, I could just not crit instead. And then she doesn't, and it's great. And then she died. We actually got moderately close. That wasn't bad. I feel like we might be able to make that work. Turd hats. Are you ready, Sigmund, to become tankified? Are you ready to be tankified? Get tankified. I don't think they crit, do they? I don't know. And I don't remember. Whatever, we'll leave him like this. And we'll throw on some reduced damage to make you less of a weenie muffin. There you go. Now you're looking good. Also on Penny, we're going to go ahead and swap off this bottom enable here because it's kind of useless. Give her the don't die mark because that's kind of a nice mark. I kind of want to leave her super damagey though. Just seems to work. It does seem to work pretty well. We'll try to take out wave 12. May not happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm not super duper worried about it. Just kind of want to test a little bit of stuff. See if the new monster stats made a huge difference. 6 million damage. You absolute freak. Love it. Christian getting there, chopping people with big damages. There we go. Now Sigmund's not going to die round 1. Beautimus and Penny crit twice in a row. Absolutely gorgeous. That was beautiful. That was so attractive. Yeah, Penny, you didn't kill anyone. This is a problem. But you got your don't die mark coming on, which would be nice. And the Phoenix coming in to give you a little bit of support. Boom. We actually did it. Hey, Penny, just go poop on some people. 232 million damage. That's balanced. That's fair. As you can see, my Shia did more damage than my E3 Sigmund, and it's a level 1. To be fair, he was frozen the whole battle, pretty much. But hey, hot. Hot. That was pretty, I didn't expect to actually beat that, so that was kind of cool. There we go. So we can probably make a little bit more progress in Seal Land, which is, I think, the reason that the new techs have come out, the new monster, is because Seal Land was literally unfinishable before at E3, even at E5. It was still one of those things like, listen, even an all E5 team isn't going to be making it to Wave 20. So the new tech, the new monsters give you more stats, more ability to push here. Outside of that, it's not really adding anything new to gameplay. It's still the exact same gameplay it's always been. Let's go ahead and smash that out, though. Let's go ahead and whoop. Bing, there we go. 220 crystals. I'll take it. How are we looking up here? Oh, we can buy crap. We can buy all kinds of crap. We won't, though. We'll wait. We'll wait and be patient. But another thing I wanted to test out here was Tower of Oblivion. Remember old Gruinator just pooping all over our souls? A guy wonders, with all these new stats, if a guy could poop on a little bit of Gru right now. And Gru could get pooped on, because Gru kind of needs to get pooped on because he does bad things to me, and I don't appreciate it. We're not going to be using the dragon, though. We're going Phoenix, because Phoenix is hot. Like fire. Are you ready? Everybody's still set up for PvE damage, so this may go poorly. It may also go absolutely amazingly. And Penny opened up with a hot 0 crit. That's what I'm talking about. That's absolutely gorgeous. I love to see that. It's my favorite thing. It's not. That was sarcasm. To the 9th degree, tons of sarcasm. Come on. You know, Penny. This time, I'm going to need you to actually drop a crit, because that's kind of what you need. Ugh. Boop. Boop. There you go. Atta girl. You did some damage as well. One of those Grus is about to eat it, and I like it when they eat it, because you suck on that Gru. One Gru down. This makes our job mucho more easier. Ooh. That Vesa dropped a nuclear bomb, but that's kind of what Vesa does. She nukes and everyone dies from it, which is, you know, whatever. It's a thing. It happens. Her huge amounts of crit damage just does things to people. Penny, I need you to come through for me here. Penny, you did not come through for me there. I was like, Penny, I trust you. You're not going to screw me over again. You would never do such a thing. And then she was like, really, though? Because I totally would do that. And then she did. 100%. She just... Come on, Penny. Are you kidding me right now, Penny? Why do I even build crit chance on you if you never quit? Okay. Got the don't die mark on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's all you needed to do. For 40 minutes, you just needed to drop a crit bomb. You did. 103 million damage. Suck on that, nerds. New monster made this wave doable, because before, it literally was not going to happen. There was no way on God's green earth I was going to beat this crap. We did today. Smoked all over its booty. I feel good about it. What's the new records now in the tower? Still 605. Maybe no one's pushed it, or maybe 605 is just stupidly hard. Who knows? Who knoweth? We go to 550? Could we? What's the bottom? Oh, wow. We're not even close. Not even moderately close to the top things. I don't feel like this will be dangerous. Famous last words. This looks like it's safe. Dead. We're not going to die, though. I feel pretty good about things. I feel like we can probably kill these noobs, and it's going to be beautiful. Okay? Mickey got an active skill. No one's afraid of Mickey, because Mickey, well, she's Mickey. You know what I'm saying? All right, Penny. I'm going to need you to go, Penny, what the scrotes? You got 70% crit chance, and you managed to not crit 70% of the time. I'm starting to wonder about things. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get my wonder pants on, and it's not good for you. These guys are just duking all over us. There you go. Atta girl, Penny. You finally got a crit off. Your only job is to crit on people. That's why I built you, to carry my team. And I mean, you're doing okay at it, but sometimes you just make me angry. She toys with me. She's like, we'll take it slow, and we'll see. Double King Barton, 3 scaries, and a Cruce. Am I afraid? The answer is yes. Should I be afraid? I don't know yet. It looks like they're going down pretty easy, which I'm all right with. But we do have a lot of stun chance coming in right now, so, I mean, meh. Looks like we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Yeah. Penny, I'm going to need you to drop some craziness. Ah, there you freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. When she crits on her active skill, people get El-Poo'd on. That was hot. That was absolutely beautiful. Let's probably just leave it to 545, could we? Get a little bit of 4-star gear, all shadow people. I'm not afraid of shadow people. Shadow people don't even scare me a little bit. Even though they probably should. But they don't. Because I fear no man. Oh, crap, Corpse Demon. I forgot about him being a turd. Thanks for being a turd, Corpse Demon. Freezing up my people. I don't like it, but it's alright. As long as Penny's still able to drop crap like that, we ain't got no problems. Get wrecked on, you nerd. Beautiful. Beautiful. Easy. So we got progress we can make there 100%. But before we go, a guy I want to show you. See, I'm not great in the arena here because, you know, I mean, this is the crap I'm dealing with. I'm not on that level. I don't feel like spending $40 billion to get on that level. It's just, it's not my jam place. But we do win some battles sometimes. Ooh, someone else attacked me. Japs attacked me. But this dude here, the Evo 308, dropped me with a full-on, pretty much Abyss line. He's got the Aspen. He's got the Mim. Pretty much a solid E5 line with one E3 Cruise in it. I was like, that's pretty hefty. I'm surprised I won. We're going to watch it. Spoiler alert, I won. That's the plus 20. That's what it means. But look at that damage on round 1. The first attack Penny did literally almost decimated his entire team. It almost killed every one of them. Now, unfortunately, her second attack didn't crit. If it would have, I'm pretty sure I would have killed pretty much the entire team in 2 rounds. But it did drag on, and it got a little sketch mode. As you can see, a little bit sketch mode. But then Penny steps up, poops on a couple people. That's always nice. Phoenix drops and says, get burned on. Heals me up a little bit. It's great. Penny drops another crit. Everybody's down but Aspen. And, after this, it's pretty much all over but the crying. And there he goes. He's dead. 100% dead. But there you go. As you can see, a team that far outweighs me in power. Just an absolute stupid amount of E5s. Things like Mim and Aspen in it. And Penny just carried the day. So Penny is an absolute freak. However, she does get very hard countered by Amun-Ra. It's disgusting, actually, in fact, how much Amun-Ra really just kind of poops on Penny. It's thing. But we win, and that's all that matters. What's Japs looking like? Did I attack this guy? I don't think I did. He must have attacked me. Not really a big difference in power. That's not nothing super impressive. Horus, again, nothing super impressive there. Now, people still win me, but this was back when I didn't have my new monster. We could revenge him. You want to try to revenge him? Let's try to revenge him. What the crap? We've got a new monster now. Let's see if we can take you down a couple notches there, bud. Let's just see what happens. Boom. 2.3 million power. Are we a little bit behind? Sure. Is that a bad thing? Wow, we just one-shot his Cruz. That's hot. Obviously not for him. I would be a little upset about that, but it's okay. Nah. Oh, didn't crit with the Penny. That's disgusting. But as you can see, the new monster upgrades make a massive difference over the... I'm a goat. It's a thing. Or a sheep. Sheep or a goat. They make the same noises. Either way. As you can see, the new monsters make just a stupid amount of difference when it comes to PvP too, especially people haven't upgraded one to max. So if you are a moderately older player and you have 2 monsters upgraded to max, but you don't know if you want to upgrade one to max, do it. Like I said, having 2 split level monsters is much weaker than having 1 max level monster. A level 120 deer may give you a nice 20% heal, but is that 20% heal going to outweigh 3 million base health? 100,000 base attack, a huge amount of speed. No, it's not. Is it going to outweigh 80% bonus damage to enemies? No. So I would say definitely if you've got 2 max monsters, take one of them and nix it. Build up one as high as you can get it because it's going to make a big difference in your stats and your gameplay. It's definitely important to do. But there you go, peeps. A little bit of a head, not really a head-to-head. We didn't really compare it to anything. We just pooped on people with it. So that's nice. A little bit of a Phoenix poopage session. It's great. Love it. Now, one thing this is not going to affect at all, obviously, is your Aspen dungeon. Monsters aren't allowed in there, so it doesn't really make a difference. but pretty much it makes everything in the game easier. So the devs are going to have to balance content now for sure. I mean, we had a Pray for Fire boss pop up like literally last night, and it died, I think, in 2 hits. They literally killed the entire Pray for Fire boss in 2 attacks. So Pray for Fire bosses either need to be buffed or, well, really, Pray for Fire has been needing a rework since they dropped it. It's a terrible system. Absolutely god-awful. But things like Broken Spaces, if you can jump in with not even a full E5 team and take down 10+%, 15% of a thing's HP in 1 attack, that's kind of a big deal. That means, like they were saying, a couple people in my clan, been playing Clash Clans a little bits. Clans are getting back in my brain hole. But I think they were saying something about taking, like 60 chips. Yeah, about 60 chips knocked out every single Broken Space boss with the Phoenix. So he knocked out every boss, 60 chips. That's crazy. Especially when you have something like, 200 of them stashed away. I assume the next tier of boss should be not too far around the corner. Otherwise, it's just going to be too easy. And they, like I said, you've got to raise the stakes. Get some exclusive Orange Artifact shards in there or something. Maybe 5 relics. Just bump the rewards up, make it a thing. But yeah, if you're knocking out every single boss in 60, like total, all 3 of them, that's a little easy. That's 20 per. That's 1 for the first boss, like 2 for the next boss, and then the rest of them you just kind of dead. But yeah, there will probably be some changes coming to the game, I assume. Hopefully an increased difficulty. Things like Pray for Fire that needs to be reworked. So bad, it's unbelievable. It's terrible how bad it needs to be reworked, actually. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So far, like I said, recommendation if you're a new player and you're wondering which monster to take, there is no doubt in my mind the Phoenix will be the best monster for you. Upgrade that sucker. Be happy you've upgraded that sucker. Take it all the way to max. It's going to make you a happy man. Like you saw, 6 billion damage. Absolutely stupid. But there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.